Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy RCA the Great. We're back with another video. Been gone for a little second, but I've been putting some work in, as you can see. Take a look at the bench. We got a bunch of heavy hitters on there. I don't usually start off with this team because I get a lot of rage quits, but Hall of Fame defensive stoppers everywhere. We got a new money play for y'all anyway. You want to go ahead and get that Julius Erving. Test this play out. It's in about 80% of the playbooks. I'll be explaining it in full and showing you all the options. Make sure you stay tuned for the full video. There's so many options and different ways to use this play against all types of defenses. Without further ado, you're definitely going to need some guard post-up players. This is a guard post-up play. So people that have the guard post-up play set, like Ben Simmons, Paul George, Gary Payton, players like that. There's tons of them. You want that guard post-up play set. Check 2K My Team Central and you'll find out who has what play sets. But without further ado, let's get right into the play. It's called Punch 23 Flex, and I just called it for Paul George. He's over on the right side. Let the play run through fully. As you can see, I'm going to finish off, get a three-point shot with Porzingis right there wide open. Although the play was called for Paul George as a post-up. We're going to go through all the options like I always say. But the main option is usually to get that three-pointer at the top of the key. When you call the play, you're looking to get the ball to the opposite side of the court of whoever you called the play for. So I called it for Paul George, so I'm sending it over to the left side to Klay Thompson. Paul George is getting a backdoor screen and set him under the basket where he's going to sit and post up. And as you can see, the defense switched. We're going to talk about that switch and how to handle that switch later on in the video. But it's beautiful when they switch because it enables your bigs to get some easy buckets. Then Ben Simmons, whoever called the play, is setting a down screen for the forward or guard, and you're going to get an open pop-out shot if the defense sags off. Know what I mean? All right, now there's another way you can run this play. You can switch your lineup up, and I do this a lot because I run Ben Simmons as my power forward a lot. And when you have a point forward, it changes who's receiving that pass, which is excellent for this play. So right now I'm calling a play for Paul George again. He's over on the right side. I kick it over to Curry, but look at this. Now Klay Thompson is popping out for the shot because Ben Simmons is the power forward calling the play. Klay Thompson now comes out for the shot instead of the power forward. A beautiful transition to the play, and you get a better shooter popping out if you like that kind of thing. Again, Paul George gets under the basket. I can post up there for that post fade if I want, but Klay Thompson popping out is extremely deadly. You want that if you have a power forward that can bring the ball up like a Scottie Pippen, Kawhi Leonard or something like that. You want to have that. Now, another lineup. Throw in Hakeem Olajuwon or somebody with great post presence just in case your opponent puts their settings on switch. You have to be able to attack everything. Now, let me show you what you're going to do if your opponent switches and tries to stop that three-point shot from coming out. So, come up the court, you called the play, I called it for Paul George again. Now Hakeem pops out, they switch. I'm kicking it back out and now I'm calling quick post up. You want to switch? Now I have a guard on my big and I'm obviously not going to take that shot against a human, but it's still going to be barbecue chicken. So you are going to realize when your opponent is using switch settings as soon as this initial backdoor screen happens. When Hakeem Olajuwon sets that off-ball screen for Paul George, and then Jimmy Butler stays with Olajuwon, and Tobias Harris stays with Paul George. Right there, I could have just called quick post-up and stopped the play. But I let the play keep going to develop all the way through, and I just want to utilize this mismatch that we have. We now have Hakeem Olajuwon with Jimmy Butler on him. We're going to abuse that situation every time. Now, ideally, in this situation, you want to have shooters around Olajuwon so that if you're playing an off-baller, they might just help off. This is against computers, so I didn't worry about that. I could have easily had Anthony Davis and Porzingis in the game if I needed to against a human. All right, once again, coming up the court, now I'm calling this play through Ben Simmons. The reason why, he has a smaller guard on him. Anytime he has a smaller guard on him, I'm going to call the play for him and actually utilize the post-up because that's going to be an easy dunk or an easy post spin every time if he has a smaller guard on. All right, now we're getting ready to show you guys the best player to put in for this game. For this play. We are still calling the play for Paul George, but as you can see, Anthony Davis is in the game. Pink Diamond Anthony Davis. Why is he the best player for this? He can post up and he can shoot both effectively. So I have a shoe on him that puts his post control to 94. He's got that post fadeaway. He's got the mid-range. He's got open shot 3. Now, when you think about Porzingis, he's obviously going to hit the 3, but if you have to switch and post up, it's going to be tougher for him, depending on who's on him. And then Hakeem Olajuwon is not going to hit the 3 as consistent as Porzingis. So Anthony Davis is like the best of both worlds. If you have Pink Diamond Anthony Davis or Blake Griffin, put them in for this play. As you can see, I didn't have that shot. I post them up, and it's barbecue chicken. Even though it's Ben Simmons, he's a decent post defender, but Anthony Davis is going to eat that up. All right, one more time through. We're calling punch 23 flex again for Paul George. I could call it for Klay Thompson again. Just want y'all to know it is a guard post up play. Klay does have that too if you wanted to get Paul George, running in some of this. But we're trying to get the ball to Anthony Davis right now. As you can see, got that switch again. Got Jimmy Butler, a smaller guard on me. The computer double teams. I kick it out to Olajuwon for an easy shot. Buckets. And now we get ready to get into some unlimited gameplay to show you how the play works against a human opponent. Sometimes the opponent's going to switch, sometimes they're not, sometimes you're going to be open for the shot. I want you guys to start thinking more when you're playing the game instead of just coming up and doing random stuff all game, you know what I mean? So, first play, I noticed Ben Simmons had a weaker defender on him. John Collins, he's a great shooter and all that stuff, but he can't guard Ben Simmons in this game. Easy free throws for me. Come up the court again, punch 23 flex, call it for Paul George. I'm trying to get Klay Thompson popping out for these open shots. First one, all day, because the defense is not adjusting to it properly. Come up the court again, I'm looking to do the same thing. Klay Thompson popping out, wide open, easy 3. Now what I want y'all to remember is that Klay Thompson's getting those because Ben Simmons was at power forward. So now I'm subbing in Anthony Davis at power forward, Olajuwon at center. So now Anthony Davis is going to be the power forward popping out because Gary Payton is calling the play. It's very important to know. And as you can see, he's still trying to set his settings. He's doing everything he can to try to, adjust for this play. But we just went through all the options of what to do. So it doesn't matter what he does. We have to read the option ourselves to figure out how to defend it. how to beat it. You can beat every defense if you know how to. Again, Anthony Davis pops out because apparently he didn't put his power forward or off-ball screens on switch for the bigs, and he chooses to quit the game because he couldn't stop the play. First game didn't even get into the second quarter. As you can see, running plays is more than just trying to find, the open player. You're looking for switches. You're looking for mismatches. You're trying to figure out what's going on the court and utilizing different lineups and players on your team, putting people in different places. Is so much you can do in this game other than, what's right on the surface, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit me up. I'll have more for y'all soon. But until then, I hope this helps y'all out. Peace.